Hello, dear final year students. Hopefully, you all are well in this COVID situation in your home. Today, we will discuss a very common topics, that is pneumothorax. We will pass through pneumothorax because in every chance to ask about pneumothorax in your final professional examination, whether it may be a case of table viva or a long case. In a written question, it may be a short note. So, we should a clear idea about pneumothorax. I am Dr. Mohammad Bellal Hussain, Associate Professor, Department of Pediatrics, Akizuddin Medical College, Khulna. Pneumothorax refers to presence of air in the pleural space. It is free air in the pleural space. It may be due to spontaneously or trauma or injury to the lungs or chest wall. Spontaneous pneumothorax occurs due to ruptures of the pleural blades. On the other hand, iatrogenic injury occurs while performing any thoracic, cardiac or chest wall surgeries. Trauma may be due to gunshot injuries, stab injury, blood trauma, blunt trauma or over the chest wall. There are etiological classification. The pneumothorax may be divided into broadly two parts, spontaneous and traumatic. Spontaneous, another, it may be due to primary or secondary, and traumatic pneumothorax, it may be due to iatrogenic and non-iatrogenic. In next slide, we will discuss about this spontaneous and traumatic pneumothorax elaborately. Primary pneumothorax, it occurs in healthy young individuals without any underlying lungs disease. It occurs due to rupture of apical subpleural blades, and there is some predisposing factors, that is smoking, and it is more prone in the tall and thin male person. The recurrence rate is 50% in the same side and 10% on the opposite side. In this slide, you are seeing the subpleural blades. There is apical region in visceral pleura. Air pockets within the visceral pleura, mostly in the apical region, and size is less than 1 centimeter on an average. On the other hand, secondary pneumothorax, it is due to some underlying disease. Some underlying disease may be identified, that is cavity relation, cystic lungs disease, emphysematous bulla, pneumatocyli, etc. Traumatic pneumothorax, it may be due to accidental trauma or iatrogenic trauma. In accidental trauma may be blunt trauma with fracture ribs. In penetrating trauma, stab wound or gunshot injury is the most common. In iatrogenic trauma, the positive pressure ventilation is most common cause. In here, alveolar rupture that leads to interstitial emphysema and ultimately pneumothorax. In case of interventional procedures, biopsy, thoracocentesis and CBP line, etc. is the most common. Pathology with types. Pneumothorax, on the other hand, it may be described as closed pneumothorax, open pneumothorax, and the most vigorous, that is tension pneumothorax. In this slide, we are showing the closed type pneumothorax. The opening in the lungs is usually very small and heals rapidly. There is no continuous communication between the lungs and the pleural cavity. The mean pleural pressure remains negative than the atmospheric pressure. A spontaneous reabsorption of the air and re-expansion of the lungs occurs over few days or weeks, and here infection is very uncommon. Open type of pneumothorax, the rupture site remains open and there is a communication between the pleural cavity and the bronchus, forming a bronchopleural fistula. The pleural pressure is equal to the atmospheric pressure. Due to bronchopleural fistula, infection in the pleural space is common and hence leads to pneumothorax. Here, the slide shows the open type of pneumothorax air pathophysiology in case of inspiration and expiration, both phase. In inspiration, air enters pleural cavity through the opening and negative pleural pressure is lost, permitting collapse of the ipsilateral lungs and reducing the venous return to the heart. Mediastinum shifts and compromising the opposite lungs. In expiratory phase, As chest wall contracts and diaphragm rises, air is escaped from pleural cavity via the wound. Mediastinum shifts to the affected side and mediastinal flutter further impairs venous return by distortion of the vena cava. Today's our main focus is on the tension pneumothorax. Now this slide shows tension pneumothorax. Here the communication between the lungs and pleural cavities is small and acts as a one-way valve. It allows air entry during the inspiration but prevent it from escaping during the expiratory phase. Large amount of air accumulates progressively in the pleural space. Therefore, pleural pressure is more than the atmospheric pressure. Pressure causes mediastinal shift towards the opposite side, compressing the opposite side lungs, impairing the venous return and causing cardiovascular compromise. This slide shows how the tension pneumothorax occurs. Here, in the inspiratory phase, air enters in the pleural cavity through the wound or ruptured valves and causing the mediastinal shifting to the opposite side, collapsing the ipsilateral lungs. In the expiratory phase, there is the one-way valve is closed, so there is more compressing over the ipsilateral lungs and compromising the mediastinum to the opposite side and causing impairment of the venous return, that is cardiovascular compromise due to one-way valve-like opening. As a whole, pneumothorax, in a nutshell, we can see closed pneumothorax, open pneumothorax and tension pneumothorax. In this slide, you show in closed pneumothorax, pressure in the pleural cavity is less than the atmospheric pressure. In open type pneumothorax, the pleural pressure is equal to the atmospheric pressure, and in tension pneumothorax, the pleural pressure in the intrapleural cavity is greater than the atmospheric pressure. Clinical feature: sudden onset of unilateral pleuritic chest pain may be common. Breathlessness. In case of small pneumothorax, physical findings may be normal. On general examination, the patient may be cyanosed, rapid threat pulse, sign of circulatory failure in severe cases. On inspection and palpation, the patient is dyspneic. Accessory muscle is using on respiration. Shifting of the trachea to the opposite side. Shifting of the mediastinum to the opposite side. Fullness of the chest on the affected side. Diminished chest movement on the affected side. Marked diminished of vocal fremitas on affected side. Reduced chest expansion on the affected side. On percussion, hyper-resonant on the affected side. In case of right-sided pneumothorax, liver dullness is obliterated. On auscultation, diminished or absent the breath sound on the affected side, and diminished vocal resonance. Bronchopleural fistula. Due to bronchopleural fistula, there is amphoric bronchial breathing. There is some special focus on tension pneumothorax. Our main focus is over the tension pneumothorax. That is, here sudden pleuritic chest pain, dyspneic. The patient may be cyanosed, increased respiratory rate, displacement of the mediastinum with respiration. There is tachycardia and decreased blood pressure. Respiratory failure may occur. In following class, we will discuss on radiological findings and other investigations as well as management of the patient and follow-up. Thank you very much.